the Bank of England approaches Libra with an open mind, but not an open door. Unlike social media, for which standards and regulations are only now being debated and legislated, well after they've been adopted by billions of users, the terms of engagement for innovations like Libra must be adopted well in advance of any launch.
Well, first, the UK Chancellor of the Exchequer, Philip Hammond, and Bank of England Governor Mark Carney speaking at the annual Mansion House dinner last night. So Huw van Steenis was also there. The Bank of England just releasing a report entitled The Future of Finance. It takes a look at how the economy is changing, how finance can serve these changes, and what it could actually mean for the central bank. Well, Huw van Steenis, a senior advisor to Governor Carney, who of course put this report together, is with us for the hour. Huw, when you look at some of the recommendations that you put in there, what the BOE has said, are you worried that the next governor will unwind some of this?
Well, thanks for having me on. I think it's a great question. I mean, certainly the way I've tried to operate in the last 9 months is bring the bank with us on a journey. So just take an example of digital regulation. The average supervisor gets two copies of the complete works of Shakespeare every week. The rule book for the UK is longer than the Old Testament. Without artificial intelligence, it's unintelligible. And so I know you had Steve Schwartzman on the other day championing AI. It's clear to me that the digital strategy for the bank is going to be, coming forward. I think one of the big announcements from last night that Mark made was obviously having a stress test for the financial system. And obviously that's something which won't happen for another 2 years. But I think the catalyst of the importance of the issue, and then the bank itself actually going to be the first central bank in the world disclosing its own carbon footprint. I think these are good places to start.
I mean, I don't know if you'll give me a name of who you think or who you would want to see governor of, the next governor of the Bank of England, but what kind of attributes would you need from someone to make sure that what you've put in place and what Governor Carney has so far supported won't be rolled back?
Gosh, well, apart from yourself, I think that look, it's a tough job because you're being in charge of monetary stability, but monetary policy, financial stability, regulation, and you're probably the chief ambassador for the financial system, globally. So to have all those attributes in one individual is extremely difficult. I think that one thing I always felt passionately about when we used to talk when I was in the private sector is the importance of understanding the financial system, because when rates are this low, you need a healthy banking system to transmit credit to the economy. And so having a really keen appreciation for what's technology doing, how's finance changing, could be Libra, right, could be the Chinese. Right. Those issues are actually pretty important.
How big will Libra be? Could it actually be a threat to the current order of things?
Look, I think the honest answer is we've probably got more questions than answers at this stage. Let's give one example. So look, like Mark said, we want to be open-minded. Is it cheaper? Is it faster? Is it better? Is it more secure? Is it well-regulated? The remittance market is a huge market globally. And I think one thing which I think hasn't really been in the press is that Ant Financial and WeChat already have blockchain to do remittances across border. So actually a year ago, Ant Financial was doing blockchain between the Philippines and China for remittances. If hypothetically, and we don't yet know, if Libra were to be one of the 3 standards globally for remittances, and that could take out costs from a very complex chain, that's actually interesting.
Huw van Steenis, I'm going to interview Clarida today at the Eccles building. In the boardroom is that map, the famed map of America, and the way that the Central Bank of America disperses across America. Mark Carney has had real leadership in getting outside London. How does the future of the Bank of England affect the rest of the United Kingdom, ex-London?
Oh, I think this is really important. I mean, I think in doing the work, I've actually been hosting roundtables in Belfast, in Edinburgh, Leeds, and many other places where you can come and watch football matches in the future. I mean, I think that 2/3 of financial services jobs are outside of London. There's a great cyber hub in Belfast. There's a great AI hub in Edinburgh. I think this is actually important for the entire country. And in fact, actually, technology allows jobs to be more distributed. So I think it's very clear this is important for the whole country. If I give you one real example, though, it's payments. So in the last decade, we've gone from 6 out of 10 transactions being cash to just under 1 in 3, and potentially down to only 10%. The differences between London or the major cities and the regions for mobile or broadband is huge. And one of our recommendations has been to have a much more regional strategy around payments. And I think that's something which, again, the bank can be very influential in championing the importance of the whole country having an advantage from financial services.